because I can't hope to pay the bills. I can't hope to pay rent. I can't hope to take care of my kids. So I better not hope to get
Sales. That's how you get the greens in your business, man.
Let's start with the 5 steps. The 5 steps is a basic outline to a conversation. This is how we start all sales agents to understand exactly how to communicate with the customer. And the thing that sales agents need to understand is the things that you need to do in order to communicate with a customer is things that you were trained to do already. Right. So once you can identify that these are things that I was trained to do already, then you can actually like take control more of the sale because you understand the conversation piece. Right. So this is the outline to the conversation. Number one, step one is introduction. So what do I do in introduction? Basic. I need to introduce myself and what I'm doing. Right. Who am I with? Hey, my name is John. I'm with Aaliyah's Tax Prep, right? So this is the basic things that we do, kind of like when we communicate with somebody. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? Hey, good to see you. Hey, what's going on? We have this thing called C factor: smile, eye-to-eye contact, and enthusiasm. Smile, eye-to-eye contact, and enthusiasm, right? When we see somebody, we're like, hey, we're excited. Hey, what's going on? Hey, good, Aaliyah. Oh, good to see you. Oh, okay, cool, right? So that's the basic introduction on what we do. Then there's the next step called the short story, right? And put short story / qualify. That's what I want you to put. Short story / qualify, right? Because what you need to do right after you introduce yourself is you need to give them a short story of why you're there. But in that short story, you need to qualify that they're your customer base, because you don't want to waste time talking to the wrong person, right? You don't want to waste time with somebody that's not going to lead you to getting the close, right? You're there pitching your tax services to somebody that has not worked in 4 years. It's like, honestly, I haven't worked yet, but you spent 4 minutes talking to them. So the short story is important because in the short story, I qualify a customer, right? So it's kind of equivalent, like, ladies, have you guys ever somebody ever tried to talk to you guys when you guys were in relationships? I'm quite sure, right? So you're in a relationship, somebody coming to talk to you, and they're talking, trying to take you out, and then at the end of the conversation, you said what? Honestly, I'm with somebody already. I'm already with somebody, but thank you so much. What that person missed was what? Qualifying. So let's move to introduction and short story, because literally I train on these 2 points very rapidly. Let's take bowling for instance. I want to invite my boy to bowling. I say, hey, what's going on? How's everything? Oh, everything's good. Okay, cool. How's the family? Oh, family's good. Okay, great. Oh, listen, man, we're thinking about doing bowling this weekend. Are you free this weekend? See that simple conversation right there? Everybody did that before, right? Everybody did that before. But that right there is the basic way of how to what? Saying why you're there, but then also qualifying them before you get to the next step. What's some qualifying questions that you guys would need in order to move to the next step before you hit the next step? Let me see. Have you filed your taxes? I love that. Received a W-2. Oh yeah. Aaliyah already this guy. Yeah, Aaliyah's the beast. Are you self-employed? These are all great questions right here. All great questions right here. Did you file your taxes yet? Right. So can I stop right here? And some of y'all take some of those notes right here. I don't know. Should I even touch on this right now? This is good. This is good. Should I even touch on this right now? All right, let's touch on it. So those questions that Aaliyah just asked, right? One of the things that you want to do when you ask those questions is you want to qualify them by putting them in this thing called a yes mode. The concept of a yes mode in a sales presentation is I want the customer to say yes, small yeses throughout the pitch so that it leads to the big yes, right? So I'm taking them on a journey in the conversation where I am almost assuming that they are the person. I'm assuming that they that whatever I'm asking them, the answer is going to be what? Yes, right? So notice how different this sounds, right? Hey, Aaliyah, have you filed your taxes yet?
No.
Versus, hey, Aaliyah, you haven't filed your taxes yet, right? You see that right there? Or like, hey, did you receive your W-2 yet? Or, yeah, I'm quite sure you received your W-2, right? You see that? See the little difference right there? It's guiding them to what? Yes. Because especially with customers, don't think customers don't want to lie to you. Customers will lie to you to get you, brush you off, right? So because you know that, right, you have to do this thing called this, the eighth step in the 8 steps, right? The eighth step in the 8 steps, which is what? Take control. Remember that on Saturday, right? You got to take control, right? So one of the ways I take control in the conversation is I assume throughout the pitch, because when we get to step 4 and the 5 steps, you will realize I'm assuming the sale. But the way I assume the sale is I need to do small assumptions throughout the conversation. Small assumptions. So one of my first assumptions is in the qualifier, where I'm asking them questions like, "Hey, so you haven't filed your taxes, right? Oh, you did get your W-2, right? Oh, you do have kids, correct? You have kids, right? But notice what I'm doing. I'm what? Like every time I'm nodding my head, the whole time I'm nodding my head, because the more I nod my head is the more what? The customer eventually starts to do what? Nod their head, right? This is human nature, right? We mirror each other all the time, right? So we mirror what each other do all the time, right? So literally, if I start doing this, eventually the person that I'm talking to starts what? Eventually start doing a nod, especially if I'm leading them in a question. So Leah, you're having a great day, right? And then all of a sudden, like she would just naturally start to nod her head as she's doing that. So this is literally what you're doing in that sales presentation. Now, if I had time, I would unmute the line and show you guys how the yes mode works in full psychology mode. But I don't know if I have the time right now because I want to get through the 5 steps. But normally I would have people go on and I would tell them to say shop 10 times like you're gonna shop, right? They'll say shop, 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 shop. And I say, what do you do at a green light? And they will say, stop. It's like, well, no, you go actually. right. And I'll say, all right, I want you to say like roast 10 times real fast. Let's go. Roast, 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 roast. And I'll say, what do you put in a toaster? And they'll say toast. I said, well, no, I actually put bread in the toaster. And I'll say silk. Let's say silk. Silk, 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 silk. And I'll say, what do cows drink? Milk. Well, no, actually, technically, they drink water. and this is literally what I do. But what they realize is like it's those small yeses. It's the small yeses throughout the conversation, right? Yes, 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 yes. So when I ask them to go grab something, right? When I ask them to go grab something, I'm assuming that the answer will be yes. So, hey, what's going on, Leah? How you doing? Everything's good? Oh,
Yeah.
great. Oh, man, you're having a beautiful day today. I see the smiles on Instagram, all the stuff like that. Check it out, man. We was thinking about going out bowling this weekend. We got, some guys coming in town and we want to make it real fun this weekend. You're available this weekend, right?
Yes.
You see that right there? You're available this weekend, right? So it's automatically assuming that she's what? Available. Now she can say what? I'm not. But I don't want to go into a sales conversation assuming the no. I want to go into sales presentation assuming the yes. From there, I move on to my third step. My third step is presentation. Presentation is the meat and potatoes. And if you're, vegan, whatever vegans substitute for meat and potatoes. but but you know, it's the meat of the conversation. It's literally the entire thing that you're doing. You're explaining to them now what you are doing, right? And the benefits and all the stuff like that. So this is where you give them all the information. You don't want to give them all the information in the short story because you want to qualify them that they're the right person first. So you give them what we call a short story. Yeah, we're out here speaking to all the customers to qualify them for one of the biggest tax returns that they're ever going to get since filing taxes, because that's what I do around this community. But I want to make sure you did get your W-2s so far, right? So see what I just did? It's just a little short story. Just a little short thing of what I'm doing out here. Why am I out here talking to you? Yeah, no, we're helping out so many business owners around the neighborhood today. File their taxes. We realized that we got a lot of returns up the block. And want to make sure that we kind of do that. But of course, you did get your 1099s already, right? You did get all the stuff you need already, correct? Then they say, yeah, we got it all. And if I hit all my qualifying, then I move into the next step, which is the presentation of what I'm about to do. Now, what I want you guys to write down is you begin your close in the presentation. You begin your close in your presentation. What do I mean by that? The language that you're using while you're presenting what you're doing is language like it's language like letting them know starting tomorrow you will start getting this blah 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 blah. So it's like it's using language that not just explains what you're doing, but it's almost letting them know like this is already happening for you. So the process that is going to happen for you is da 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 da. Right? So it's those small little lingos that while you're presenting what you're going to do, you're literally telling them that it's already in the process for them already. All right. So like, if we're doing Spectrum, right, and we're now need to present them a triple play or whatever like that they want to present, we will literally say something like, yeah, so starting next month, you're going to now receive da 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 da. And I'm explaining now all the things they're going to receive. But those small lingos is what you want to present in your presentation. Then you're going to move to the next thing, which is close. Close is where the money, it's where the money resides. Where the money resides, where the money resides, right? So close, what you want to do is you want to close, and put this in big caps right next to close, with confidence. If you don't close with confidence, actually, let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Just as because I can give y'all 10 points on close right here. I have like 10 things on how to close effectively. And maybe I might do that one day, but today's not that day. But here's the thing about close, right? I want y'all to always remember this. If you don't close, you what? You lose. If you don't close, you lose. All right. So you're always in close mode. And I have to close with confidence, because if I don't close with confidence, then what will happen is the person will tell me any variance like what? Oh, let me think about it. Oh, let me talk to my wife. Oh, let me talk to, all these scenarios will happen because honestly, you're not really that confident in closing the sale today. Right? So what I want to do is I want to create the confidence by like, what's one of the first things that you ask for? Like, do you ask for the 1099s, the W-2s, right? Like, what's the thing that you need to begin the process?
Yeah, well, what we do is ask for their email address so that we can email them over the application.
Okay, so that's the first thing you ask for, the email address?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you email the application, then what's the next thing?
And then in the email, we'll send the application and then the documents. So we'll say, send over your W-2, your 1099, etc.
Okay, so send them a W-2, 1099, and then they
Driver's
can do all that
license,
right there.
social, through the email.
Okay, okay. So how do you ask for the email?
I'll say, hey, what's your email address? I'm going to, or I'll say, hey, I'm about to text you real quick. What's your phone number?
What's your phone number? What's your email? What? Hey, give me your email real fast. Let me send you over the contract. Calvin, do me a favor, Calvin. Can you unmute your line real fast? Just 1 second.
Yep.
Appreciate you, man. So that's pretty much exactly how I will ask for the email address. You see how you have to ask with confidence? Because in the close, don't forget this, guys. People do what you ask them to do. People do what you ask them to do if you ask them to do it confidently. So if you say, hey, just give me your email real quick. We're gonna send you over the contract. You do have your W-2 on you, correct? Okay, cool. Yeah, get that over to me. We're gonna get you all set up real quick. It's gonna be a very simple process. Then the last step is rehash. That's the last step. Rehash. Rehash is where you quickly recap. Quickly recap everything that you just did in the cell. What rehash does is it creates comfort. It creates comfort and understanding. It makes the customer walk away feeling what? Happy about what they just did. It's a quick recap. Also, in the rehash, which is where we have this thing that we say rehash, boom, double your cash, right? What I do is if I sign somebody up, I'm asking them to give me what? A whole lot of friends and family that needs to do their taxes now. So I'll say something like, hey, Aaliyah, listen, honestly, I got so many people that I need to see. I'm trying to make this thing way more easier. My girlfriend is trying to cook me dinner tonight. Do you know any names and numbers that I can speak to real quickly that we can help them get the biggest tax return that they can get this tax season? Oh yeah, just give me those names. Every customer I rehash. Every customer I would get more numbers and more people from that customer. So let me just show you exactly how this looks in a basic conversation so you guys can see you have been doing it all your life. You just did not know, and now I just told you what y'all been doing. Let's do it. What's going on, Leah? How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh man, I'm feeling fantastic, man. It's a windy day out here in Florida today. Yeah, it's crazy out here. I don't know. You didn't tell me nothing about the winds out here. It's crazy. So listen, we was thinking about doing bowling, this weekend. We got some people coming into town and we want to definitely go out Friday night. You're available Friday night, right? To come to bowling?
Actually, I'm busy.
Are you busy? All right. Well, we're gonna do that tomorrow. All right. So we're gonna talk about rebuttals tomorrow. So don't
Okay.
rebuttal. Don't rebuttal me yet. Tomorrow, because I was about to
Okay,
say
got you.
something, but I
All
haven't
right.
taught that lesson yet. So
Okay.
so we do rebuttals tomorrow. Just
Okay,
just be
got
as basic as possible right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So look at you. You ready to go into the nose, right? so so hey, you're available to come bowling this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, great. Because there's a nice new bowling alley that just opened up, and we want to definitely try it out. We kind of feel like they're gonna have nice drinks and nice music. The DJ's gonna be there, so we was like, all right, check it out, man. We got to get Aaliyah there. Make it fun and interactive. So listen, meet me there around 7 o'clock. So you know what I said to her right there? Meet me there. I asked her, can you meet me there? See that close with confidence right there? So listen, meet us there around 7 o'clock on Friday because we want to try to get a like early lane because we heard that there's going to be a lot of people coming in there. So they say if we come there around 7 o'clock, we could definitely get like a 2, 3 lanes next to each other. So listen, meet me there 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is good for you, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, great. So meet me there 7 o'clock. And listen, like I said, don't be late. It's a hot thing happening right now, like a hot new bowling alley. And I want to make sure that we definitely secure that. So 7 o'clock, don't be late, all right?
Yeah.
Listen, do you have any friends? Like, anybody that want to come along? Like any of your friends out,
Yeah.
yeah, tell them to come. But make sure you let me know before though, so I can actually put them on the list. All right. But just let me know. But bring some of your friends also. We want to make it a real fun, interactive day. Cool.
Okay, cool.
You guys see that right there? That is the 5 steps.